Bhoktaram yagyatapasam sarvalokam suridam sarvabhutanam gyatva mam shantim racchati. The sages, knowing me as the ultimate purpose of all sacrifices and austerities, the supreme lord of all planets and demigods, and the benefactor and well-wisher of all living entities, attain peace from the pangs of material miseries. So when the anger is gone from the body, fear is gone from the body, and desires, material desires, are also gone from the body, then a person can understand Supreme Lord. And what is that understanding? Bhoktaram yagya tapasam. So far Krishna has told, give up the results of your work. In between he gave hints that your senses should be engaged in my service to offer it to me. Now clearly Krishna is telling, Bhoktaram yagya tapasam. You understand that I am the enjoyer of all the sacrifices, offered through the Devtas or offered directly to me in knowledge. But ultimately I am the beneficiary. Sarvalok Maheshwaram. I am the controller of all the planets, entire universe. And Suridam Sarvabhutanam, I am the best well-wisher of everyone. Gyatva Mam. So such a yogi, only when we are free from all the urges, anger, fear and desires, we can understand this. Otherwise, as long as we are controlled by the material urges, we cannot understand about God. Shantim Racchati. When a person understands this, then he gets Shanti. This is peace formula. So we have to understand Krishna is a supreme enjoyer. We should work for his enjoyment. What will happen if we work for his enjoyment? He is Sarvalok Maheshwaram. He is the controller of the entire universe. Not a blade of grass moves without his permission. So if the controller of the entire universe is pleased with my service, everything is under his control. How there can be any disturbance in my life? Oh, but that is autocratic. Krishna wants me to force. So Krishna is telling no. Suridam means he is our best well-wisher, our eternal relative. Just like the parents are telling child, in a similar fashion Krishna is telling, Suridam, I am not autocratic ruler. Parents are not autocratic. They are best well-wishers of children. Similarly, Krishna is telling, Suridam, I am your best well-wisher. So when a person understands this knowledge, so he engages only in the loving service of Krishna, and then Shantim Racchati, then he attains peace. So this process can be attained by Sankhya, analyzing the world, can be attained by Ashtanga Yoga, going sitting in the jungle, Himalayas and meditating on Krishna within the heart, and can very easily be realized by directly doing Karma Yoga or Buddhi Yoga, engaging in the service of Krishna. That Krishna will explain very nicely. We will see in the next chapter. So in this chapter we saw Krishna has clarified, yes, knowledge is important and acting in devotional service is also important, and both of them are one path only. In illusion we think that they are different. Still, the path of Karma Yoga is better because very soon, it does not take many births. If one is sincere, in one birth one can attain God. Achirena Digachati. And this path is full of bliss, full of pleasure. Controlling senses could be very difficult. One may wonder how to control anger, how to do this thing. It becomes very easy for a Karma Yogi because he is always enjoying the pleasure of meditating upon Krishna. There is no time for him to think about anything else. People have praised me, given honor to me, criticized me, given me dishonor, my senses are happy, in distress. He is not at all bothered because he is always absorbed in meditation upon lotus feet of Krishna, on the holy name of Krishna. So thus, when a person engages in service, then there is pleasure in the life. There is no time to become angry. Nobody can disturb him. There is no other desire because he is satisfied by virtue of his service, loving service to Krishna. So this becomes very easy, and it is practical also. When we engage in service of Krishna, we will see automatically all the senses become gradually silent. It becomes very easy, the self-control. So Krishna is telling this process is more important. Then he explained the situation of yogi. Yogi is always on the platform of equanimity. Unless equanimity is there, it is not possible to understand God. One should work for the welfare of other living entities. Real welfare is to bring them to spiritual platform, immortality, so that they don't have to accept these temporary dresses. And to attain that supreme platform, this process of Ashtanga Yoga Krishna has given brief. And the details, whether that should be followed or not, will be explained in the next chapter. Thank you so much for hearing. Hare Krishna.